So, y'all, we back in here with another Just Ask Rob. It's been a while, y'all, but I got the email pulled up right here. Subject line reads, I need help. Email reads, peace. I'm a big fan and had to get your input. Shout out to you, brother. Mad love. Says, I'm 23 and I've been married for a few years now. I've grown a lot into my consciousness over the past few years and have changed the way I feel about a lot of things. Religion, for example. My wife, a black woman, on the other hand, doesn't care much for these kinds of topics and, to be honest, is turning me off. She said, and I quote, I don't really care about being conscious or woke or whatever the term. It's just not an interest of mine. I like makeup. I will watch videos on how to apply it differently. She went on to say that she doesn't care enough about the black community to do research, and she doesn't care about the past. These days, that's not enough for me anymore. I'm not the type of guy who trips on his woman wearing makeup and weave. Personally, I'm not a fan, but I ain't tripping. But the fact that that's all she cares about makes me look at her like she's shallow. She's not even open to discuss anything thought provoking or what people would deem a conscious topic. I need advice, my G. What do you think? He says, P.S. Shout out to the Queen City. So mad love to you for showing love to Charlotte. Well, there's a couple of several different things we need to unpack with this, with your overall message. First of all, you being a 23-year-old man and you've been married for a few years. That's me thinking that maybe you got married in 2021. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand when they get married that young. There are different things that you or your mate may go through as you're getting older, up into you're 25, 30. A lot of people going through a lot of different changes there as far as maturing and the path that they're going to be on. A lot of people will call themselves that they grow apart. And it's simply because nobody normally factor in their growth. Most people, here's what they do. People 20, 21 years old call themselves want to get married. They believe that them and the other person, they're going to be the same person for the rest of their lives. They're going to have the same interests for the rest of their lives. A lot of black people are walking into what people are deeming as consciousness, what people are deeming as wokeness, or people is trying to, look at different levels of the situation that we're in out here as black people in this society and all over the world, as per the history, as per even current day. Now, there are a lot of people that are together, married, boyfriend, girlfriend, and I've had women message me the same way as you are, brother, right now, saying, well, look, the motherfucker I'm with, they sleep and I'm tired of it. It's pissing me off. It's causing me to be turned off by them. What do I do? Do I keep the relationship together? Do I not keep the relationship together? Your wife has an affection for makeup tutorials and weave and things like that, which you saying you don't have a problem, but you kind of do. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got a problem because she's putting that over what you deem is important as far as consciousness is concerned. Some, for example, black men may put their cars and trucks and shoes over consciousness, or black women will put, weave, makeup, vanity, outfits, clothes, dresses, heels, bags, and things like that. All this takes precedence over any type of black knowledge or what we would deem as consciousness. These people wouldn't attract me. And if I was dealing with people like this and I'm, getting on to another level, then I have to leave them behind. The only thing about that with me, in my case, is it depends on whether she's willing to work. That's one thing that people don't understand about me. When it comes to even weave and makeup, it's a matter of whether the woman is willing to work. Many women are not willing to even let go of the crutch, even acknowledge as a crutch or anything about, black consciousness as we're deeming it. It doesn't take, the black consciousness takes a back seat or no seat, can't even ride a lot of times with the things that black people have on their minds. Not just black women, but black men as well. I do think you're in a tough situation. You have to ask yourself, what you willing to stick out? What you willing to sit through? Are you willing to continue to be where? Because me, I would have a conversation with her. Real life OG conversation. Look, this is where I'm growing. This is where I am. I imagine if you'd have been where you are now and she was where she is now when y'all got married, maybe you wouldn't have been even marrying her. Maybe you wouldn't even have been dating her at the time. You're still a very young man. So the fact that your woman is not interested in any type of way about anything that would be conscious, you have to look at that. I double back to look and see if I saw anything about children in here. There's nothing about children, so I don't know if you've had any children with her yet. But we need to be more mindful about the people that we are, and particularly having children. Right now, it just sounds like you wasting your time. It's gonna be all the way real with you. Sounds like you're wasting your time. But again, I do believe if you've been married to her, so that means you guys were possibly dating for some time and you actually do love her, you do care about her. You need to sit down and have a real conversation with her and let her know where your mind is and let her know that, you're being turned off. This is turning me away from, I'm not the same person I was. Be mindful of that. Anybody watching this video that's planning on getting married young, be mindful of this part because you may change. You may mature differently. Things may become more important to you as you get older. And of course, many of us can vouch for that now. I'm 35. I mean, my mind at what, 23? At 23, I didn't have the type of beliefs and, standards I have in my mind now at 23. So there's even a lot of more change that you're going to do continuing to move forward on your path. And she may be like, well, fuck all that. I ain't worried about it. I'm trying to live it up, look as good as I can in this system of white supremacy, make sure my makeup is real nice in the system of white supremacy. But I'm not really dealing with the system of white supremacy. I don't want to talk about the system of white supremacy. I don't want to talk about the past, even though it's the present. As a black person, if you're especially if you plan on having kids with it, this is the present. This ain't the past. This is the now. The past is only brought in to frame the now. And that's what a lot of people kill me with. Well, I don't, the past, like it's the now. It's the now. So be mindful. You married, don't know if you got kids, plan on having kids, be mindful of the type of person that you're going to be procreating with that don't really give a fuck about blackness. That'll be an automatic red flag for me. And we're going to sit down and talk about something because we on two different paths. And I don't know if I'm equipped to even deal with someone on that level. And you at 23, so I do want to say respect to you for being such a young brother and being and working towards being about that type of mentality. But some people you gotta drop them the fuck off, man. I know it's hard for us. I know it is. It's very difficult for us, but I don't want you to feel like you're alone in going through this. There are many people that send me these types of messages, both male and female, and I try to deal with them because I know this is something that happens. You got coon plus coon at the beginning. Everything was beautiful. Everything was great. You was gonna have you some little coon babies. You was gonna ignore white supremacy. This is what the initial conversation is. But somewhere, one of the two people may wake up or may decide to be about being aware of, at least, and making a very important conversation, especially as a black man and woman. Very important conversations to be had, and very important context to put this system in for you to even be in this world. Very important to put all this stuff into context. And I know a lot of times we don't even think about how we're going to grow as we get older, and things like that. I don't think I really think upper 20s, early 30s is when people should be married and having kids. I do believe in that. Even if you're going to be doing it. I think that's the time you should be doing it because you're more set into who you are and what you are and the things that you're into and the things that you believe in. And particularly if you're putting down religion, if you're trying to deal with black women putting down religion, you're going to be hard pressed. You're going to be very, very hard pressed. And finding a woman that's not about that religious life. Um, and typically, a lot of them that's not about that religious life, they will turn to other ways to whether it be reality TV or weave, whatever, makeup, whatever they're doing. But even with the weave and makeup that you say don't bother you, her mentality is bothering you. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important outside of the weave and makeup. That's very important because some women that wear weave and wear makeup, they're open to hearing, open to even learning about the history, open to even taking off the fucking makeup and the weave and just being more happy and proud of who they are. So it all depends on what type of walk the person is trying to do with you. It doesn't sound like she's trying to do much of any type of walking with you. So you have to decide what your time is worth. I know that's hard since you're married, but you need to have that conversation with her because ain't no point you continuing to waste time. That's for damn sure. All right. I hope this helped out in some type of way, and I really appreciate you sending me the message. Y'all already know this. We're motherfucking family over here. Some of y'all know. Like, some of y'all done told me yourself that the person you with is on some coon shit, and you love them, right? Love them to death. You married to them. Possibly even had kids with them. And they on some coon shit. But you gotta make that adjustment. Or you gonna end up wasting a whole lot of time for no fucking reason. Some of y'all know that. But if I left something up, y'all comment. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all keep sending me these emails. Mad love, shout Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. I'll be back in here with another one. I'm out.